In this module, we're going to use Datakey CryptoAuthentication memory tokens in a quick start for use with the CryptoAuthentication hands-on lab. What's needed for this lab is a SAM D21 Xplained Pro starter kit, or any SAM D21 Xplained Pro based kit system, 2 Datakey extension boards that will plug into the kit, and 2 CryptoAuthentication memory tokens. Additionally, you'll need the CryptoAuthentication Basics zip file that contains the lab material, and also the Microchip Studio IDE, which can be downloaded from Microchip's website. The workflow that we're going to do in this quick start is first we're going to unzip the CryptoAuthentication's lab file. We're going to navigate to the doc directory and open the lab manual. Next, we are going to use the SAM D21 kit, wing cards, and memory tokens and program each one of the tokens with a different image based on the directions of the lab manual. After we have the tokens loaded, we will load the solution files in for the lab and verify the lab is functioning correctly. It's possible you can skip step 4 and just complete the lab normally once we get you set up. Let's get started. Now go ahead and take the CryptoAuthentication Basics zip file you received and unzip it. The file may be named slightly differently than what you see here. Once you have that file unzipped, go ahead and navigate into the CryptoAuthentication Basics directory, then Docs, and then open up the lab manual. The lab manual describes in a great deal of detail the steps required to get this lab set up. However, since you'll be using slightly different kits than what is present in the lab manual, sometimes it's easier to see it. The first important step in the lab is to program the memory tokens with the correct configuration that's expected in the lab. So if we just scroll down in the manual here, we get to the important section where the memory tokens are programmed. In order to do this, we will need to open up Microchip Studio. Now that Studio is open, we're going to go ahead and hook up the kits. First, I'm going to take the wing module and plug it into the kit. And then I'm going to go ahead and insert the memory token into the wing module. I'll move these out of the way for now. Next, I'm going to take the SAM D21 Xplained Pro board and plug it into my PC using the debug USB port. Once that kit is plugged in, you should get a window popping up in Studio showing that the kit was recognized. Now we're going to program an image onto this development board so that it will know how to program our memory token. We're going to use this program host hex file and program remote hex file to do this. To do it, I'm going to go to Tools, Data Visualizer. Once Data Visualizer is opened up, we're going to go ahead and connect to our board using these specific settings that you see here in a baud rate of 9600. Your COM port may be different. It should be selected automatically, but if not, just click the drop-down list and choose it from the selections. Now I'm going to go to Tools, Device Programming, and your kit and tool should be selected here. I'm going to click Apply. Next, you go to Memories, and from here you'll navigate to your host hex file that you have in this folder. Once you've navigated there, go ahead and click Program. Once programming is complete, go ahead and close the device programming window. And you should notice some output in your terminal here. If not, look at your SAM Xplained Pro board and press the reset button. Okay, so it looks like we're communicating with the board properly. Now you can go ahead and press the SW0 button to execute the programming code. Okay, you should see output just like this on your system as well. However, some of the data may be slightly different, but just verify the last line says complete. Next, we're going to disconnect from this terminal. I'm going to unplug the host token that we just programmed. And now we're going to go back to the device programming menu. Click Apply, Memories, and we're going to go ahead and select the remote programming hex file. And we're going to program that onto the board. Once that's complete, go ahead and close the device programming window. Connect to the terminal again and press the reset button. Okay, now it says it's ready to program the remote module. I'll go ahead and plug in my second memory token. and press SW0. And it looks like this completed as well. Make sure that you label the memory tokens after you program them so you remember which one is which. Now we can go ahead and disconnect. Now we're going to go ahead and test running the project. To do this, we're going to open the solution file for the project, and that's in the source directory, solution files. And then we're just going to extract the main Symmetric solution file. And then we're going to go ahead and open up the lab. And I'll reconnect the terminal here as well. Expand the source directory and open up main symmetric.c. And then now that the windows are arranged, I'll just scroll down and make sure all the stuff is populated in here. And it does look like this file is populated with the solution to the lab. Now we need to also plug in the second expansion wing card. It can go in any location. These modules are a little bit too big to go side by side. We're going to plug this into the bottom expansion port. I happen to have a slightly different form factor of the module, but either form factor will work with each other. Now I'm going to go ahead and plug in the second token and click Program. Once the programming is complete, you should see some output in your terminal window. If for some reason you don't, you can hit the reset button on the board again. But it looks like this terminal is ready to go, so I'm going to go ahead and press the SW0 button on the SAMD21 Xplained Pro board to execute this program. And it looks like the program executed successfully. Now that you've completed testing of this lab, you can go ahead and restore main symmetric.c by unzipping the project again. Have fun with the lab!